Hello everyone, you are welcome back again. We are going to solve for the value of x from this cubic equation. We call this equation cubic equation because the highest power of the variable x is 3. And our expectation is to get 3 solutions that will satisfy this equation. Some students, when they see this kind of equation, x to power 3 is equal to 8, they will quickly take the cube root of both sides. So cube root of 3, then cube root of 8. So that this cube is going to cancel the cube root, we are left with x, which is equal to cube root of 8 is equal to 2. When you do this, you are going to get only one solution. 2 is the solution, right? But how are you going to get the remaining other two solutions when you do this? And remember, this is cubic equation. Our expectation is to get 3 solutions. Now, to do this perfectly and get your 3 solutions, all you need to do is the given equation is x cubed is equal to 8. The first thing we are going to do is to take this 8 back to the left hand side. We are going to have x cubed minus 8 equal to 0. Now the next step, we can write 8 in cubic form. So we are going to have x to power 3 minus 8 is the same as 2 to the power of 3, which is equal to 0. And remember, when you have difference of cubic expression, recall that when we have a raised to the power of 3 minus b raised to the power of 3, this can be simplified as what? A minus b multiplied by a square plus ab plus b square. So this is difference of cube. So now, if you look at the left hand side of this equation, it's in this form. We're going to simplify it into this form, where a represents x and b represents 2. So we're going to have the whole of this can be written in this form. A minus b is going to be x minus 2, then multiply by a square is going to be what? X square. Then plus ab is going to be plus 2x because 2 and x. Then plus b square, and b is 2, so it's going to be 2 square. Everything will be equal to 0. Now recall that when two terms multiply itself to the 0, it's either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. So x minus 2 equal to 0, or x square plus 2x plus 2 square is the same as 4, which is equal to 0. So here x now will be equal to 2. So this is one of the solution. Now we're going to get the remaining two solutions from this second case. So this is quadratic equation. We can use any different method of solving quadratic equation to get the two value of x. But here we are going to apply formula method. And recall, in solving quadratic using formula, we have three unknown variable, which is a, b, c, where a is the coefficient of the middle of the first term, which is the leading coefficient, b is the coefficient of the middle term, which is 2, and c is the constant, which is this 4. Now we're going to write the formula. So the formula is given as x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac all over 2a. Now we're going to substitute all this value to this formula. So this is going to be what? In place of b, we're going to replace 2. Then plus or minus square root of, what is b square? B square is the same as 2 square minus 4a. A is 1, then multiply by c, and c is 4. So everything all over 2 multiplied by a, and a is 1. So the next thing, we have x now will be equal to negative 2. Negative multiplied by 2 is negative 2, plus or minus square root of 2 square is 4. Then negative 4 multiplied by 4 is going to give us 16. 4 minus 16 is going to give us negative 12. So everything over 2 multiplied by 1 is the same as 2. Now, the next step we are going to do is we are going to take the square root of negative 12. And remember, when you are taking the square root of a negative number, it's going to give us a complex solution. So therefore, we can break this 12. This 12 can also be written as 4 multiplied by negative 12. So when you do this, it's going to give us back negative 12. So everything all over 2. So we're going to have x now will be equal to negative 2 plus or minus, when you take the square root of 4, is going to give us 2. Then when you take the square root of negative 3, is going to give us square root of 3 I because of that negative number. So everything over 2. Now from here, we can factor out 2. So x now will be equal to, when we factor out 2 from here, we are going to have 2 into 2, negative 2 divided by 2, we are going to have negative 1. The negative 1 plus or minus, this 2 is outside already. Here will remain only square root of 3i. So everything over 2. So that this 2 is going to cancel this 2. So x now will be equal to negative 1 plus square root of 3i, or negative 1 negative square root of 3i. So this is the remaining two solutions that will satisfy the given equation. So this is the second solution, this is the third solution, and the first solution that we get x is equal to 2 is the first solution. So this is how to get the three value of x that will satisfy the cubic equation. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more video like this.